In the mid-1980s, a reign of terror gripped Nigeria as Lawrence Anini and his ruthless gang unleashed a wave of unprecedented violence, challenging the fabric of society and forcing the nation to confront its deepest fears and their dramatic bloody downfall. The year was 1986. Nigeria, a nation brimming with potential, was also grappling with the growing pains of a young democracy. But beneath the surface of everyday life, a sinister shadow was beginning to stretch across the land. It was a shadow cast by a name that would soon strike terror into the hearts of millions. Anini. Born Lawrence Anini in a small village some 32 kilometers from the city of Benin, present-day Edo State, his early life offered few clues to the path he would eventually forge. Like many young men of his time, he drifted, seeking opportunity. He migrated to Benin at an early age, learned to drive, and became a skilled taxi driver. He was adept at working around competing interests among motor park touts and operators. He later dived into the criminal business in the city and soon became a driver and transporter for gangs, criminal godfathers, and thieves. They started out as car hijackers, bus robbers, and bank thieves. Gradually, he extended his criminal act to other towns and cities, far north and east of Benin. Here he is, talking to a journalist after his arrest.
So we want you to tell us everything about Lawrence Anini. So first of all, we want to know about you. How old are you, your name, when you were born, and everything about your family?
Well, for me, I can't give the actual date I was born. For a long time, I've left my home. So my father and my mother don't know where about me. So I do go to Maiduguri, Kano, different states. I have many friends. Then, through there, when I stopped driving, my father buy a bus for me. A bus. That is a van where I used to drive. So I was driving in Sapler Garage. From there, my father bought 504 for me. Then I was working. So later on, when I get to Warri, got an accident. So I was admitted. Before I come back, my father gave up. So from there, then I entered to my business again. Then I met one big lorry full loaded of medicine at Ebony's Lima. Then I carried that lorry. Then when I carried that lorry, I drive it out, I sell it. So I drive the car to our mama. Then I sell the lorry with the load. Then the whole money was 50,000, which I buy the goods. So from there, the man we sold it for, he gave us 20,000 at the time. After small time, then this man, he organized for us that he's not going to pay the money. Then he has to use police people to arrest. So I was only the person that escaped out of 3 of us. I escaped down to Benin. Then I treat myself with the beating. Then from there, then go. Then from there, they come arrest me in my father's compound. I said, whether did I know all those boys? I said, well, it's a trailer driver. I remember myself, I'm a trailer driver. I don't know what is really happening now. So when I come talk to them like that, they come carry me go where. Carry me reach where, and I can't give my statement. Then, why did they shot me by hand here? They shot me by hand to give statement, and with my leg to give a full statement that I know something concerning that the whole money, which the goods value. Then they said now, they will just carry the whole goods. They are not going to pay us the partners' money. Then from there, they condemn the rest to boys.
Your wallet and phone now.
His initial foray into crime was low level, a means to an end. But Anini possessed the dangerous combination of ambition and ruthlessness. quickly graduating from petty thefts to armed robbery. He began to assemble a crew, men equally hungry, equally desperate, and increasingly equally violent. Names like Monday Osumbo, Friday Ofege, Smolly, Henry Ekponwo, Kingsley Eweka, and Alhaji ZZ or Zege Zege, who was never captured, and others soon became synonymous with fear, their actions orchestrated by the cunning and brutal mind of Anini. On the gang, Monday Osumbo was notorious for ammunitions. In a footage after his capture, he reveals why he was dubbed the principal operator and he became the toughest of the bunch.
Probably one, we were fully armed. It's not all that can affect anyone. And for me, when you give me my machine gun, give it to me. And I ask them, I need the teach how to shoot. You can ask them, I'm the principal operator.
Principal operator.
Yes.
Who taught you how to shoot?
When I look at any gun like this, I turn over it. I look before 1 hour. I know how to operate.
How?
With my sense, I'm not as good as others.
Okay, you repeated class 3, right? They asked you to repeat class 3.
Yeah.
Because of that, you left school.
Yeah.
So apparently, you are not doing well academically.
No.
So where did you get this intelligence to know how to operate guns, carry out armed robbery and all? So what happened in your life that gave you this skill that you didn't have in school?
That's it. I live interest in school now because I want to repeat. If I want to repeat the class, before I changed to business automatically.
The government responded with full force. A massive manhunt was launched, involving elite police units and intelligence operatives. The Anini task force was formed, dedicated solely to bring him down. Police combed every part of Bende State, where the gang reportedly lived, where they operated from, where they drank, where they chilled out. Fear of Anini and his gang's exploits gripped the nation. The gang was well armed and ruthless, but the determination was there. Every officer knew the country was watching, and failure was not an option. The hunt was fraught with danger and setbacks. Anini seemed to always be one step ahead, thanks in part to an extensive network of informants and alleged corrupt elements within the police force itself. But slowly, meticulously, the net began to tighten. Intelligence gathering intensified. Informants, emboldened by the government's resolve and hefty rewards, began to come forward. The gang's internal fissures, fueled by paranoia and distrust, also started to show. Here is then outgoing Commissioner of Police Pari Osanyade on how coordination worked.
Go along the street. What strategy Anini adopted was that he would sling the bag loaded with automatic SLR on the shoulder, and then some paces ahead of him there will be Friday or February, and behind it there is Monday. So if you thought that you were bold enough and said, "This is Anini, let me grab him," you are right on firing line. That was the extent to which they organized themselves. So we said, all right, what do we do? Except we put all of them in a shootout. And we didn't want that to happen. We wanted to catch all of them alive so that we can evaluate their escapades, learn the lesson from them for our future operation. When we set up all the teams, we were cutting all his A's one after another. We cut it off, whooping him, and he was heading in. Then there was a time he ran out of ammunition. And another time, we see this nakedness. So we had to go and reinforce. Now, we didn't want to attack him in the village, because it can be said, as a village man, he was in his natural habitat. And since we didn't plan any police operations in the bush, it was going to be difficult. So we just allowed him to work out. So I was taking about 5, 6 of his men. Now we knew that the time was coming because to start with, that gave us a victory, which we were not going to announce. For him to be involved in any other robbery operation, he needed to recruit new men. He needed to reinforce his arsenal of weapons. And he needed to, of course, reinforce his juju. While he was doing that, there was a lot. And of course, we held him on the rest of his attitude until we got to him.
On December 3rd, 1986, after months of relentless pursuit, the reign of the serpent came to a dramatic end. Acting on a crucial tip-off, a police team led cornered Anini in a hideout in Benin City. He was reportedly shot in the leg during the struggle, effectively ending his flight. The nation breathed a collective sign of relief. The elusive serpent had finally been snared. With a busted ankle and later an amputation, he would spend his entire trial period in wheelchair. The joy was palpable. People came out onto the streets, celebrating. It felt like a dark cloud had been lifted. His capture truly marked a turning point. And what Nigerians really wanted to know was, who are you? What makes you tick? Anini's capture quickly led to the dismantling of his entire network. His confessions, though disjointed due to his injuries, revealed the extent of his operations and implicated several high-ranking individuals, including police officers, who had aided and abated his crimes. 10 police officers were implicated in his confession. 5 were convicted. The trial of Anini and his gang captivated the nation. The proceedings were swift, reflecting the government's determination to bring justice and restore public confidence. They were also significant. They sent a strong message that no one was above the law. The swift justice was, for many, a necessary step to heal the wounds of that period. On March 27, 1987, Lawrence Anini, Monday Osumbo, and other members of their gang were publicly executed by firing squad. It was a grim but decisive end to a dark chapter in Nigeria's history. The fear they had instilled was replaced by a sense of resolution. A belief that even the most formidable criminals could be brought to account. Justice Omo Agege, in delivering his judgment, remarked, "Anini will forever be remembered in the history of crime in this country, or it will be of unblessed memory." The rise and fall of Anini and his gang served as a stark reminder of the fragile balance between order and chaos, and the unwavering resilience of a society determined to overcome its darkest challenges. Anini taught law enforcement valuable lessons about intelligence gathering, community policing, and the absolute necessity of a united front against crime. His legacy, ironically, helped shape modern policing in Nigeria. While his shadow has long receded, the lessons learned from that terrifying period continue to shape Nigeria's fight against crime. A testament to a nation that, even in its darkest hour, refused to surrender to fear. The name is not forgotten, but it is a name no one wants to give to their children.